Hey, I'm Sam, and I'm on a mission to turn my creepy, unfinished basement into a beautiful, usable space, starting with my laundry room. The goal, of course, is to make this space feel dreamy, but will this project turn into my worst nightmare? I'm in a glass case of emotion. Well, you'll just have to hang out with me to find out. Let's get started. This project is sponsored by my friends at the Home Depot. Hi friends, and welcome to my creepy basement. There's just a lot happening here. So now that the bulk of the renovations in the house have been done, it is time to focus on this basement because there is tons of potential in this basement. I think I can probably add about 3 or 4 more rooms to this basement to be able to capitalize on the square footage. But before I get too excited, let's talk about first steps. So a few weeks ago, we had this freak storm and we got about 6 inches of water in our basement. So I have a basement company coming in tomorrow and the whole week to do some basement waterproofing. So I'm gonna take a few hours today to clear out as much as I can, and then we can get started on renovating this basement. I'm so excited about this process. I'm not excited about the 25 trips I'm gonna have to take up and down the stairs today, but it's fine. It's fine. Let's do this, friends. I swear my life is just a series of me moving donation bags around until I get tired of moving them around enough to actually donate them. Friends, welcome to my basement renovation series. Obviously, starting with my laundry room. We're gonna talk big plans in just a little bit, but before we get started, let's clear out the space. Everything has to go. It's either donation bags or things that were honestly destroyed in the flood that we had. Any furniture down here, boxes, they all gotta go. They're getting mildewy and moldy. It's time for a fresh start down here. I'm ready for it to stop feeling so creepy and musky and gross all the time. And I'm ready to dive into this process of turning this entire basement into pretty much 750 square feet of usable space. Okay, laundry room space, pretty much cleared out. I have a couple loads of laundry I just want to get done tonight because we're gonna be without this for a week, but pretty good. I think that we're pretty much ready. Here's my laundry, aired my dirty laundry. I'm pretty sure we're ready for waterproofing in this particular room. Next time we see this space, it's gonna be membraned up and drained up. Membraned and drained, baby. See you then, friends. Bye. Friends, hi, welcome back to the basement. It looks so different, right? Check this out. I had the professionals come in and they waterproofed the entire basement. So my foundation's waterproofed. There's a French drain system that leads into a sub pump that pumps any extra water out of the foundation into the street. But now that everything is waterproofed, I can start finishing this basement. Now, this is a really big basement. It's 750 square feet. So there's a lot of room to play with here. And unfortunately, I am working around some things in the ceiling that can't really be easily moved. So we're gonna have to get a little bit creative with the layout here. We'll talk about it when we're framing, but today is framing day. We set up a little small makeshift workshop here on the first table I ever built, which is so funny that I still have it. And yeah, that's it. I'm just waiting for Dad to get here. He is a cool, calm and collected 30 minutes late to work today. So he's gonna hear from me when he gets here. But as soon as he gets here, we're gonna get started on framing out the laundry room area. That is our primary focus for now. Once the laundry room is done, we'll move on to other areas of the basement, but we gotta just think about one thing at a time here right now because my brain is in a million places. So just waiting for Dad to get here. And once he's here, we're gonna get started, right? I mean, at least Arrow's on time for work today. Good job, bud. You an employee of the month. All right, friends, let's get started. Well, look who decided to show up for work.
Sam.
What? I was here 30 minutes ago.
You live here.
Yeah, the commute was pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie though.
Traffic, come on.
Ready to get started?
No.
Never ready to get started. Let's get started.
I'm all finished. Done. Done. Done for the day. Gotta go. Up, periscope. Oh, I got a Sam sighting.
We're getting so much done. We're doing great. All right, so like I mentioned, we started by framing out the laundry room. Now, there are a couple of different ways that this can be done. You can either build the actual wall on the floor first and then prop it up. We decided to actually cut as we went because between the ceiling and the floor joists, nothing is even. So rather than have tons of shims going on, we just cut everything to size. Side note, because of the new French drain, we did not want to drill into the concrete, so we used construction adhesive. 1/4 inch sag right there, and that is a 3/4 inch difference there. And this is why we have to do this all piece by piece, unfortunately. So working with my dad on basements over the years, in fact, fun fact, my first job site he ever took me to as a teenager was working on a basement job. We've learned you have to get really creative sometimes with the layout depending on the piping or where the boiler is. So we did make a small utility and boiler room behind the laundry room. You'll see it in a sec. Just stuck my hand in construction adhesive. We're doing great. But we have a lot of fun working together. In fact, in terms of workflow, I did the cutting, he did the installing. We're kind of a dream team, just gonna say it. One wall down, 65 to go. Are we over this project yet? He said not yet. You heard it here, folks. Remember that time you said that it would take us only till 2 o'clock to frame out this entire laundry room?
4 o'clock now?
It's 2:30 and we framed out 2 walls. We're doing great. Exterior wall's done. Only took us a whole day. So Dad and I are gonna divide and conquer. He's working on the interior walls right now. I drew the short straw today, so I have to do insulation on the exterior walls, which is way less fun. So I'm going to start getting the insulation up while he works on the interior walls. Just real quickly, in terms of layout, back there is kind of gonna be some access to the backside of the laundry room. Since all of the plumbing and electrical and whatever is back there, we wanna have open access to it. That's gonna be storage, utility room. It's gonna go all the way across that way. And then this is all gonna be the laundry room. I swear it'll make more sense when we start putting drywall up. Right now, it just looks like a lot of stuff, but it's just a lot of framing, yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna get to it before Dad thinks I'm slacking.
She slacks.
I do slack a little bit sometimes because I know he'll pick it up because I'm a brat. All right, let's get some insulation on the wall. Okay, exterior wall, done. I'm gonna leave this wall open for now because gotta get some plumbing work, electrical done, but at least we got some of that done.
Better call a plumber in.
Good thing I have one on
Where?
speed dial.
Where? Your mother?
Yeah, right, my mother. Sorry, Mom. No offense. Ready to give me some measurements? I'll get to cutting. Let's get these interior walls up. So while we finish the interior walls, let's talk quickly about planning for this project. My idea for this laundry room is I want it to be bright and I want it to feel like it's not a basement. And I also want a pretty tight timeline, so I'm going to be ordering supplies and materials from the Home Depot that are gonna get here pretty quickly, like ready to assemble cabinets or easily installed countertops. I want this place to be aesthetically pleasing, but also functional. I am so excited about having storage and also a place to fold things. It's like the little things in life, you know? And I'm not gonna lie, once we got this final wall up, I was really starting to see the vision come to life and I was so excited to move on to drywall. Friends, we're back. Okay, so I know in YouTube timing, it feels like I was literally here yesterday. I actually have not been down in this basement for over a week because your girl got bronchitis. Anyway, I'm feeling much better today. I'm ready to roll. As you can see, I actually did start bringing drywall down when I said I was going to, but it didn't get it up on the wall yet. So laundry room is framed out. We have the exterior walls framed and the interior walls framed. And now it's time for drywall. The only issue I'm running into here though is that I do have to do things kind of out of order. So let me show you, hold on. All right, let's zoom out here. So as you can see, we are all framed out. Now, the electrician needs to still come here, but he can't make it here for about another week and a half, and I don't want to wait for him. So I'm just gonna start today by actually drywalling any wall that has insulation in it. And then I'm gonna leave all of this alone for now because he's gonna have to kind of get back in that utility hallway and do some work back there. Once he's done with that, I will go back in there and insulate and put drywall up. But for now, today's goal is to get the insulated exterior portion of the wall and get all of this beautiful interior stuff drywalled so that I can get my washer dryer back on in here because we've been without a washer dryer for a couple weeks. Lots to do, friends. Let's do it. There's like no room to work in here. So besides the fact that I'm working in a smaller space now because once we framed in the laundry room, it started to feel very small, the ceilings in this basement are very low. Like they legitimately are just above 6 feet tall. I think that they're like 74 inches tall. So yeah, I had to cut all of the drywall to kind of weird sizes to hang it, but it all worked out in the end anyway. But yes, this also provided unique problems for the ceiling later, which we'll talk about way later in this process. Starting to look like a laundry room. Divide and conquer, baby. Divide and conquer. Excuse me, you're on top of the drywall. I need to cut. Quick shout out to Dad for being the real MVP of this project. While I hung the drywall, he started doing all the mudding and taping so that we could just get this part of the process done. But honestly, him and Arrow are trouble together. Here I am just working real hard. And look at this guy, not working hard at all. Sleeping on the job. Sleeping on the job with the dog. But for real, look how good it looks in here. So while I finished putting up the drywall, Dad started mudding and taping. It's looking good. I think tomorrow we're gonna tackle the floors. I'm getting real excited. All right, last chance to walk through this wall. Last chance. Because now we're closing it up for good. It really did get real small in here real fast. It looks so much bigger without walls. Dad, you're doing great.
Messy taper.
You are a messy taper, but we still love you anyway. Friends, drywall is done. We crushed it yesterday. So I spent this morning doing like another coat of joint compound on some of these walls. But because I am like a clinical multitasker, I don't know if that's like a diagnosis, but I'm diagnosing myself with it. While that dries, I'm gonna get started by working on some of the flooring here. I'm gonna install an uncoupling membrane. This is what it looks like. Because I'm doing tiles on concrete, it's really important to install one of these first. That way, if the concrete shifts or cracks, none of that transfers to my tile floor. I'm gonna get started on installing that while the walls are drying, and then tomorrow I will come back in the morning, do one last coat on these walls, and then start the tiling. We'll get around to finishing like sanding and painting the walls later. Let's just get the floor in. I'd also like to really get my washer and dryer back on in here because we've been without one for a couple weeks, and I can't do that till the tile floor is done. There's a lot to do. Let's get started. Let's do it. So quick heads up here, in terms of the tiling components of this project, I'm gonna breeze through this because I already have tiling videos on my channel. I will link them below this video for you in case you want to watch them. It is a full start to finish tiling process that I did for my bathroom, and it's really helpful, I think. So if you're more curious about this process and all of the steps and all of the materials and all of the nitty gritty and all of that good stuff, go check out those videos. They're linked below in the video description. But for now, please enjoy watching me install uncoupling membrane. Friends, today is tiling day. I'm so excited about this. Let me show you what I did this morning to prep for this day. Okay, first up, we got 3 coats of compound on the walls. We got only 2 on that one, but that's gonna be covered with tile anyway, which is good because that means once I'm done with this, we can start painting. So I started my morning by finding the center of the room, which is marked there, which was a little weird because this room is not perfectly square, but I used the longer edge as my reference. I also started lining up my tiles to see the pattern, which is great because I'm starting in the middle of the room and then I'm gonna work my way that way so that I don't get like boxed in. So like that way, so I still have a way to exit the space. But yeah, I'm really happy with this, and I'm not gonna go through the nitty gritty details of how I'm installing this. I have a full video already on my channel about tiling a floor, actually pretty much with these exact tiles. And the Home Depot has a great resource as well, so I will link those in the video description below. But let's get to tiling, friends. I wanna get this done today. I wanna get my washer and dryer back in here so I could do some laundry. Let's get this floor done, friends. I say this all the time, and I know that you all get upset with me, but I really do not consider myself to be a designer by any means. But what I do know is that I want this house to feel cohesive. Like, I want every room to have its own identity, but I also want them to feel like they belong in the same house, if that makes sense. So for me, picking the same tiles as the upstairs bathroom just like totally made sense in my brain for this space. I'll be using a different grout color, but now I just feel like these 2 spaces belong in the same house, even though they're different, if that makes sense. Do I make sense? Of course, I ran out of tile glue on the last row. Wouldn't be a project without a mid-project Home Depot run. One more tile. All right, I don't even know if I'm on camera. So happy this is done. It took me a little while to get set up today between figuring out the layout and like setting up the table saw. I think I got started at like 12:30 in the afternoon and it's like 7 o'clock now. So I am toast. I'm happy it's done. We're gonna leave this overnight. I'm gonna grout tomorrow. I also have to clean these tiles tomorrow because it looks like a hot mess. Matte black tiles just show everything when you are tiling. It'll be fine once it's done. Like I have matte black tiles in my bathroom and they're very easy to maintain and clean. But when you're tiling, it looks horrible. So I have so much to clean up. I'm gonna go clean up. I'm gonna get dinner. Tomorrow we grout. Tomorrow we sand some drywall. Tomorrow's gonna be a good day. I'm tired. See you tomorrow, friends. Bye. All right, tile is dry. Minus the haze, it looks good. Let's get these spacers out. This is my most favorite part of tiling. We get to kick all the spacers out of the floor. Helping? Doing a great job. All right, let's clean up these tiles a little bit and let's grout. Oh, I forgot one. Okay. Now we clean up these tiles and now we grout, right? Right. Tiles are clean. Let's grout. Hi friends, whoa, wild hair. That's okay. I couldn't really sleep last night, so I decided to clean the floors, get all the grout haze off with a microfiber cloth. I decided to sand the drywall. So that being said, the room is looking really good right now, and today I'm going to be priming all of the walls. While I'm working on this too, my dad is gonna stop by after his full-time job and help me hook the washer and dryer back up and do some plumbing work in the utility hallway. Because we've now been without a washer dryer for 3 weeks because I was sick. I was hoping it was only gonna be 1 week. So anyway, it's time to do some laundry. We're gonna get the washer dryer back in here, get these walls primed, and then I think this room is gonna really start to look like it's coming together, because after that, it's just time for like all those little details that make a laundry room look like a nice laundry room. One step closer to making this creepy basement not so creepy, friends. Let's do it. So there are some logistics involved with painting here. Hear me out. I primed every single wall in this laundry room, but I only painted the walls that were not behind the washer and dryer. I kept that purposefully primed because I'm going to be doing a backsplash there, and it's important to have a primed surface for a good backsplash adhesion. And yes, a personal jam sesh is a mandatory part of the priming the walls process. But yes, once that process was done, it was time to get the washer and dryer back in, which honestly was so exciting. I've never been so excited about laundry. This guy, I might not need you. What a brat. Don't scratch my floors. Cabinets are next. Friends, do you see what's behind me? It's cabinet install day. I am so excited. I've been waiting for this since I started this project. Let's talk about these cabinets. They're amazing. So for this project, I chose Hampton Bay's ready to assemble cabinets. These are the same ones I used in my kitchen renovation last year, and I am obsessed. They feature plywood construction, so they're super durable, but because they're ready to assemble, they do ship flat pack, which means they ship very quickly, so you're getting quality quickly. Okay friends, in my cabinet install video for the kitchen, was talking about how it only took me like 10 or 15 minutes to put together each one of these cabinets. So I'm gonna actually time this process on my phone while I put this together, so I can show you how quickly these things come together. It's awesome. I've like really loved these cabinets a lot. Okay, 1 second. Hold on. Let's put this timer on. I'm gonna even include the seconds it takes me to put on the music that's in my ear. How about that? Let's do it. All right, we're done. We're done. Oh wait, let's pick it up. Ooh. So I can prove that we're done. Yay, we're done. Let's see how long that took. Friends, literally, this includes the time it took me to turn on my music and start recording on my phone. 9 minutes and 2 seconds to put together that cabinet. I think that's Owen. Yeah, done. Let's get this cabinet on that side of the washer and dryer. It was really cold down here when I started, but now it's sweating. One down, two to go. Let's go, boo. Let's do it. I really could not say better things about this product. Like I mentioned, I installed these cabinets in my entire kitchen when I renovated my kitchen. I'll actually link to that video in the video description below so that you can check that out if you're interested. I'm in a glass case of emotion. So stupid. Sorry, I just can't help myself. Any opportunity to quote Anchorman is a good opportunity for me. But anyway, I am obsessed with these cabinets. Not only are they durable, like I mentioned earlier, but they really are so easy to assemble. And they include all of the hardware that you need, so you don't have to like fumble around and, you know, try to see if you have the right things laying around a drawer in your workshop. Everything is right where you need it. And actually, I'm pretty excited because I tried out these new drawer cabinet things that I'm going to put some laundry baskets in later. So that's cool. Ooh, soft close. You fancy. 2 down, 1 to go. Let's get that last one in. I was worried that wouldn't open all the way, but it will open perfectly. There's enough room. Love that for me. Let's get some filler pieces in. So once the cabinets were installed, it was time to make them look extra professional by adding some filler pieces. Of course I don't have a pencil, why would I? So I actually started by adding some extra supports to the back corner to help support the weight of what is going to be my future countertop. And once that was done, I was able to then add the filler pieces as well as the toe kicks. Today's a good day. Besides the fact that the trim is officially done. My electrician came today. Do you know what those are? Those are real lights, friend. So since the cabinets are done, I can see what I'm doing. Let's get the countertops on. Wait until you see these countertops. I'm like literally obsessed with them. Check these out. Would you believe me if I told you that these were laminate countertops? Don't they look amazing? These are Hampton Bay laminate countertops. They are made to look like marble. They look incredible. They're super easy to install. Way easier to install than marble, and also way less maintenance than marble, which is great for me. So I'm going to cut these down to size. I have a couple of them. We're going to install them in the laundry room. I'm going to show you how easy it is to do. I feel like this is going to make the entire room come together. Let's do this. So I really wanted to choose a countertop that was durable and super low maintenance for this laundry room, but I also didn't want to sacrifice the style or break my budget, and luckily I was able to get everything I wanted and more with these Hampton Bay configurable laminate countertops. Not only are these countertops gorgeous, they're so easy to install. I'll be able to show you this in action in a little bit, but they do come with configurable 90-degree corners that are pre-matched and already routed out to make installation an absolute dream. It's literally so easy. And did I mention that you can cut them down to size with a circular saw? Because yeah, they're really rad. Yeah, that looks great. All right, so I'm gonna attach this from underneath because the counters came with little brackets on them that I could just drill right into the laminate. Let's get this thing attached. Hi. So now that you see how easy it is to install one piece, let's talk about the corner piece, which is pretty much just as easy. So like I mentioned, these laminate countertops are a universal system that comes with pre-matched routings on all of the sides to be able to connect multiple layouts quickly. So once you figure out your layout, you can flip the pieces over, cut away the extra tabs on the pre-routed channels, and then you connect them together using Hampton Bay quick tie bolts. This is typically much easier to do with the countertops already on the cabinets. However, because it's such a tight space, I wanted to show you how this process works. So I'm doing this install process on the floor, and then I'm going to carry the laminate counters to the cabinets in the laundry room to install them. Whew. Yeah, that looks great. It looks so good. Let me screw this down into the counters, and then next up is backsplash. No, I lied. Next up is I want to cut the sink in, and then we'll do the backsplash tomorrow. We're getting there, friends. We're getting there. Let's get this sink in. Whoa, that is... Why did I order such a big sink for this laundry room? Jeez. This sink is bigger than my kitchen sink. Like, I could probably take a bath in this sink. But for real, is this sink too big? This sink is literally about to be bigger than my kitchen sink, and like, I think I'm here for that energy. I'm not mad at it. I hand wash stuff, so yeah, this is cool. Let's do it. This is like an aggressively big sink. Okay, it's all good. So as if I'm not geeking out over these laminate countertops enough, another thing I really love about them is they are so easy to cut into if you want to install a sink or a faucet or whatever your heart desires. I actually just cut this sink in using my jigsaw, and it really only took a few minutes, and luckily the sink came with a really accurate template, so I didn't really have to make any adjustments once the cut was made. All right, like a glove. Woo, that's a big sink, but I'm here for that. Love it. All right, let's let this dry overnight. This is a really successful day, friends. Welcome to day 1062 in this laundry room. I'm just kidding. I'm being dramatic. It is definitely not taking that long. This thing is coming together pretty quickly, actually. And today we're tackling tile backsplash. Let me show you what I've done so far, though. Hold on. As you can see, there are random pieces of wood on the wall, but I promise they have a purpose. So if you remember from the drawing at the beginning of the video, I'm going to be putting floating shelves in here. Each one of those boards represents where the floating shelves are going to be. I have brackets for the shelves, and I want those to go directly into all of the studs. I do not want to drill through tile if I don't have to. So I'm going to tile around all of that. And then once the tiling is done, we're going to pop those off and then we're going to drill brackets directly into the wall. But that's that. Also, I spent a ton of time yesterday kind of just opening all of the tiling boxes and putting them into random piles. And whenever you're working with tile or flooring or whatever, you want to make sure you're grabbing from a couple of different boxes so that if they were made in batches, you're not getting any weird variations. Luckily, these tiles all have kind of slightly different shades, like dark, light, medium. I think there are 3 or 4 in here. So now I know if I can just like randomly pull from the pile, it's gonna look random on the wall. That's what I want. You know I love a good random organic tile pattern. Let's get these on the wall. I'm positive I can finish this today. Wish me luck. So just like we breezed through the tile work when we did the floor, I'm also going to breeze through the tile work for the backsplash because you probably guessed it, I have a full backsplash installation video already living on my channel. And just like I promised to do for all of the other videos, I am going to link that one in the video description in case you're interested in checking it out. Side note, in that video, I actually drilled through the tiles in order to install floating shelves, and it was because of that experience that I decided against that for this laundry room. Instead, I did decide to kind of like tile around the same size brackets that I will be using to make floating shelves, and spoiler alert, best decision ever. But in terms of timing, I spent an entire day getting these tiles up on the wall. It was a long day. And then the next day I came back to remove any spacers and apply the grout. And like I said, I really wanted this laundry room to feel bright because it's in a basement with very poor lighting. And since I chose a dark floor, I did decide to go with a contrasting white tile and white grout on the wall. Friends, how good does that backsplash look? I know I might be biased, but I think it looks great. But now that the backsplash looks great, let's do something about the ceiling because the ceiling needs some help. So I had a late night last night pre-staining a whole bunch of boards for this part of the project. I wanted them to dry overnight so that I can spend today hanging them. So let's hang some boards on the ceiling. So this is the part of the project I was the least excited about, mostly because these ceilings are extra low, so 1x2 boards were the solution to my problems, or so I thought. 4 rows deep and my neck already hurts. This is gonna be a project. So I just ran into a little bit of an issue. There is a pipe up here that's not straight, so it's ruining my day. So I just took a piece of the 1x2 outside to my table saw and I actually cut a channel in the back. Now the pipe will fit inside the piece of wood instead of like having to fit next to it and bumping it. I'm just probably gonna have to add a couple spacer blocks just to have something to nail it into, but this should work. Let's try it. Woo! Sometimes I have good ideas, see? So in an ideal world, I would have loved to drywall this ceiling, but there are so many pipes and shutoff valves and things that I need access to in case of emergency that having the slat wood ceiling was actually really helpful and it was worth the work. Friends, I'm tired. So I did as much as I could, took a dinner break, came back. It is now 10:45 at night and we made a lot of progress in here. We're not done. Still have to do a couple rows over there and build out a soffit to hide all those wires there. This is a project. I'm gonna need like a really good massage after this project or like a brand new neck, one or the other. Either would work. Anyway, I'm gonna call it a night, come back tomorrow, finish the ceiling, install a door, hopefully the shelves. It's a little ambitious, but we're gonna try. Time for bed. I'll get a fresh start in the morning. See you tomorrow, friends. Friends, I'm tired. I look tired. I feel tired. My house is a disaster. There's just boxes of stuff everywhere that need to go in the basement. It was a late night last night. It's an early morning this morning. Dad's actually coming by to help me this morning. I gotta get this done. This project is really like just kicking my butt. But yeah, he's coming by to help with plumbing today and then to help me carry some stuff into the basement, install our door. And my goal today is to get the door in, the soffit done, the ceiling done. Hopefully. And then at least start the floating shelves so I can install them tomorrow. And then we're done. Then we're like done. So I'm seeing the finish line. It has been a journey in that laundry room. Real excited about it not being a creepy laundry room anymore or a creepy basement anymore. Let's do this, friends. Let's do this. Not gonna lie, it was at this point in the project that I really started losing some momentum and steam and faith in the process, but I powered through because I was so close to the finish line and I'm so glad that I did. All right, let's get this door in, or at least try to. It's been the day from hell, so like this door better go in. All right, you two, stop fooling around. We had to like custom cut this because the freaking ceilings in here is so small. Not time for making out, it's time for working. You're doing great. It looks good. So after the ceiling, the soffit, the door, the last big custom project I had to tackle in this space was those floating shelves. And just like the tile projects, I am going to drop a link to a video where I pretty much built this exact shelving system in my living room. So if you're interested in knowing how to build shelves like this, you can check this out. The only difference is that these shelves are a bit longer than the ones in that video. Boom. Right, friends, know what that means? Time for finishing touches! Cue the finishing touches montage. Boom, 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 boom. I am not going to lie to you. There were a couple moments in this renovation process where I really doubted my ability to get this project done with. This one tested my abilities, tested my patience, tested my body. But you know what? All of the hard work was so worth it, because can you believe that this is the same space? Like, are you kidding me? Sometimes when you're in the thick of it, it's really hard to see the forest through the trees, but man, when you get to the end of that process, is it so rewarding? This does not feel like a creepy basement laundry room anymore, and I am here for it. From the cabinets and that added storage to those gorgeous countertops, and can we talk about the floating shelves and the ceiling? Like, everything just tied together so well. I don't know what I was worried about. There is no way that I could have gotten this done without the help of my dad, so thank you, Dad. And also big shout out to my friends at the Home Depot for helping this vision come to life and for being so patient with this process. Every single bit of hard work in this space was so worth it. I hope that you are all as stoked about this laundry room as I am. If you are interested in following more of this home renovation journey and maybe picking up a couple of DIY skills along the way, please make sure to subscribe to my channel and click that notification bell, because your girl has a lot of stuff lined up, especially for this year. In the meantime, though, friends, thank you as always for being on this journey with me. I could not do what I do every day of my life without your support. You guys are so rad. I will see you soon with another project. But until then, friends, happy DIYing.